The smell of fresh sawdust fills the garage. A table saw hums in the background as you line up yet another board for a weekend project. Your hands are covered in fine wood dust, sticky with sweat. You step back, measure again, only to realize the cut is off by nearly an inch. You drop the board with a thud. Another wasted hour. Another setback. That's the feeling millions of households experience every month when the lights go out, appliances fail, or the power bill arrives higher than expected. Have you ever wondered why your efforts to control your home energy always seem to fail, no matter how careful you are? Most people in your position assume the problem is your skill, your attention to detail, or your diligence. You tell yourself you're not doing enough, that maybe you just aren't smart enough to save on electricity. The real problem is systemic. Centralized energy grids that prioritize profit over reliability, outdated infrastructure, and solutions designed to keep you dependent on them. Over $400 billion is spent annually in the U.S. on electricity, and yet outages, price spikes, and interruptions are increasingly common. This is the energy dependency trap. I've spent years analyzing household energy failures and patterns. The vast majority of families who try to reduce bills struggle not because of lack of effort, but because the system itself is designed to make success difficult. Scenario 1. It's mid-January. Snow piles against the windows. Your thermostat reads 60 degrees, and the heater sputters before shutting off completely. You call the utility, only to hear an automated message. We're aware of the outage. Service may be restored in 48 hours. You bundle in blankets, worry about the electric bill, and think, maybe I should have invested in a generator. Scenario 2. Summer heat. You run your AC constantly to protect your family from a heat wave. The meter spins faster than ever, and by month's end, your bill is nearly double. You cut corners, turn off lights, and still can't control costs. You tell yourself, I must be using too much energy. Scenario 3. You install solar panels, but clouds roll in. Your system underperforms, leaving your fridge struggling and your electronics at risk. You assumed renewable energy would solve the problem, but reality hits. You feel frustrated, trapped, and powerless. And here's what all three of these situations have in common. They stem from dependency on centralized energy and solutions that are incomplete or unreliable. What nobody tells you is that real, independent energy doesn't have to be expensive, noisy, or weather-dependent. The part that surprised me most was how simple the underlying principle could be. After enough failed attempts at generators, solar kits, and complicated alternatives, I started asking a different question. What if energy could be stored and delivered reliably at home, without massive infrastructure or constant maintenance? That's when I discovered a small, Kinetic system, a simple flywheel generator that stores rotational energy quietly, safely, and efficiently. Scenario 1's cold house. The flywheel maintains heat, powering the furnace without interruption. Scenario 2's soaring bills. The system provides constant, affordable electricity without spikes. Scenario 3's cloudy solar day. The Kinetic device supplies reliable power independent of weather. A single family tested it. A compact $200 setup powered a 4-bedroom home, keeping lights, TV, refrigerator, and AC running for months. The bills dropped by over 60%. No high-tech engineering, no loud generators, no weather dependence, just physics and clever design. This is not a miracle. It's a principle rooted in rotational energy and efficiency. The results aren't lucky. They are predictable. Some doubt this works for someone like them. What if I'm not handy? What if my home is too small? What if I've been burned by other energy systems before? John, a teacher in Oregon, built his system in a weekend. He cut his monthly bill by 65% and kept his home fully powered during a week-long outage. Maria, a retired nurse in Texas, assembled hers using local parts. Within 3 months, her savings funded a family vacation. The principle is simple. A compact Kinetic system, correctly designed and implemented, provides reliable, controllable energy for ordinary households. This is why it works. Physics doesn't fail, and neither does a well-built system. Imagine the next 6 months, another summer heat wave, another winter storm, the grid faltering. You continue paying high bills. You remain dependent on systems that fail unpredictably. Now, imagine taking one step, building or adopting a small, low-cost kinetic system. Lights stay on, appliances run, bills stabilize. The financial and emotional burden eases. You've already done the hard part, paying attention, learning, trying to improve. This is simply the logical next step. The plans exist. The system exists. The knowledge exists. All your previous struggles are evidence of your diligence, not failure. You sought control. You sought security. You were looking for a smarter way. Exploring this kinetic approach is natural, straightforward, and accessible. It fits into your life, your home, and your family's routine. If you want to see the setup I rely on for every build, I left the details in the description. And if this video helped you understand what's possible, leave a comment, subscribe, and follow for more insights into practical, affordable home energy solutions.